Again, my recommendation is to rewrite f of x as 1 plus x squared to the minus 1 and start differentiating it, all right? I'm not going to go through the gory details of it, but, you know, it's fairly easy to write f of x down. It's fairly easy to write f prime down. Now, certainly the second derivative, a little more challenging. You know, maybe I should go for that then. So I'll write down the first derivative. Not very challenging, by the way. Minus 1 plus x squared to the minus 2 times 2x. Well, what do you get there? You get minus 2x over 1 plus x squared. All right, I do see that written down. And if you want to get the second derivative, again, I'm not going to do all the gory details. I basically use the probably the quotient rule. So 1 plus x squared to the fourth power. Then when you get on top, 1 plus x squared times minus 2. And then minus 2x is going to be plus 2x. And derivative at the bottom is going to be 2. And then you're going to get 1 plus x squared times 2x. Let's just try to simplify a little tiny bit. I'm going to divide through by, let's see, 1 plus x squared. So you get 1 plus x squared cubed. Here you would get 1 plus x squared times minus 2. And over here, let's just simplify a little tiny bit. That's going to be plus, let's see, 2 times 2 is 4, 8x squared. And I already divided through by the 1 plus x squared. And let's keep going. When you get over here, 1 plus x squared cubed. And on top you get, let's see, 8x squared minus 2x squared, which is, let's see, 6x squared, right? Let's see if I did that right. 8 minus 2 is 6. Then you get minus 2. Now let me just rewrite it a little tiny bit. And I'm going to factor out a 2 there. And you get 3x squared minus 1. And then 1 plus x squared to the minus 3. As you can see, for a lot of students, it's tedious to do that. But you do get the derivatives that we're giving you over here. You know, 2, 3x squared minus 1, 1 plus x squared minus 3. And you just keep repeating it. Of course, it would be, you know, nightmarish if I kept going and going with this. And I don't want to keep going with it, of course. Now, of course, an exam question, you know, we don't go too far. I'd say to the third derivative or so. And you'll be able to do that, all right? The next thing is evaluating these things at minus 4. And if it's easy, I want to do it. So I want to put down f of minus 4. I believe that's easy to do, by the way. What are you going to get? You get 1 over 17. F prime at minus 4. That also looks relatively simple to do. What are you going to get? Well, you're going to get 8. Again, we're evaluating now. You're going to get, you know, minus 2 times minus 4 is 8. And then you're going to get 17 squared in the bottom. Now, by the way, you can do 17 squared if you want. It's 289. But you can also leave it as 17 squared. I actually prefer to see 17 squared. And then f double prime of minus 4. That's right over here, by the way. It's much more difficult, isn't it? Let's write this down, 2. And then you get, let's see, 4 squared is, minus 4 squared is 16. 3 times 16 is 48, 47. And then you get the 17 to the minus 3. I'm going to write that down for you. That's going to be 94 over 17 cubed. All right, let's do f triple prime. Oh boy, this doesn't look good, does it? Let's put it down. What are you going to get over there? Well, you get 24 times minus 4, which is going to be minus 96. And then you get 17. Oh, not 17, I'm sorry. It's going to be 1 minus 16 minus 15. And then you're going to get 17 to the fourth power. And as you can plainly see there, you know what, I made a mistake there. Let me get my eraser out. That's a minus 4. All right. So, you know, writing them down, you start to realize that they're kind of nasty looking numbers, but I guess I could write something down here. I'll write down 17 to the fourth power. I don't think multiplying that out is going to add much to it. But, you know, 96 times 15. I know it's positive, by the way. That's 960. And let's see, half of 960 is 450, 480. That's 0. 8 and 6 is 14. 1440. All right. So again, my idea of this over here is just, kind of writing things down. We put this down before. 8 over 289. Is that written somewhere? Yeah, right over here. 94 over 17 cubed. Again, I did not cube out the 17. And then 1440 over 17 to the fourth power. I just don't think it adds much to the problem. All right. So if I were, on the exam now, I'd write down T2. And, bottom line is I don't want to do a lot of writing. I'm going to write down what I need to do. I'm going to write down I need to evaluate f at -4. Yes, we've already done that. Over 0 factorial. And then it's going to be x. Well, minus of -4 is +4 to the 0 power. And then, f prime -4, x +4 to the first power over 1 factorial, whoops, I'm sorry, it's a plus f double prime -4, and that's going to be x +4 squared over 2 factorial. Now, if you want to get T3, again, if I were on the exam, what I would write down, I'd write down T3 of x is actually T2. I'm not going to write all that down again, but I need to write the next term down. So f triple prime at -4, x +4 cubed over 3 factorial. That stuff's written down for you. I did do the computations though, and I want to point out if you don't feel up to it, or if you're critically in need of time on exam, please don't do the computations. I will say this though, you should be able to get the derivatives. They are difficult, and write those down, right? You don't have to do a lot of evaluation over here, but I really do think you should be able to come up with f of -4. I think you should have f prime. Now, whether you do the 17 squared or not doesn't matter to me. You should be able to do f double prime. And again, I don't care if you're cubing out that, and you should be able to get this one over here. When you're writing them down, though, I don't really expect you to keep writing the numbers over and over again. Just do it once, and then just write down what the computation is. For example, T2, I would be writing this stuff down. That's all I'd write down. And T3, I wouldn't write T2 over again. I would just add the next term on, so forth and so on, if you're asked beyond that. Thank you.